Daystar is unfortunately run with a spirit of fear, and they are on her payroll, and people need to remember that their jobs are at stake. So I think they tread very carefully on what I can and can't say. So, even Steve Wilhite, who you guys refer to as Deacon Ballcap, which I think is funny, he's on her payroll. So of course he's going to come to her defense. He always was one of the people that told her what she wanted to hear. And I really think those people are doing her a disservice.
They sure are. How many guys want to go on for Joni and call somebody out, lie about someone like myself? They've directly lied about my involvement with Jonathan and Susie, my coercion, and wants to call another broadcaster, podcaster, a clickbait cockroach. This guy and her, like, they are just in it together. And that's interesting that you had this perspective from so many years ago.
Yes, and Steve was very feared, which is not something I would be proud of, but he was very feared, probably still is, and I think that's unfortunate because in a Christian environment, I don't believe anyone should be feared. I feel like, people should enjoy their jobs. And I think the reason why employees are still staying in there is because they don't know any other job. They don't know what the secular realm has to offer. I enjoyed my time working in a secular environment that I did working at Daystar. And I think that's very telling. And I think that's really, really sad. That many of my secular bosses were more real, more warm in their personality. If I made a mistake, they would have a one-on-one conversation, and it was, they would tell me about it in a loving way. And that's what I look to. I look to my family as, the people who tell me when I've stepped out of line, and it's hard to hear, of course, but they're going to keep you true to yourself. And in Joni's case, because there's not those people in the workplace, you would have thought that she would listen to her family when they were telling her they saw red flags in her behavior. And unfortunately, we see from Jonathan's recordings that she couldn't even take that healthy insight from her family.